All right. Look carefully. I forgot to record, and so, but I don't want to start it from the beginning. So let's do start right here. All right. There there are 365 days and 365.2425 days in a year instead of 365.25. And did anyone say anything?
No.
Okay, sorry. And so in this is the year. This is the number that's come up with, calculated by Julius Caesar's astronomer, which is not very accurate. But in those days, every 4 years there will be one day added to that year. But now, if we do some careful calculation, let's do that calculation right now. Where is the calculator? Right here, all right? So every year we will have this extra day, all right? Every year. However, for every 400 years, we times 400. How many extra days there will be? You can see that there will be 97 extra days, which means there should be 97 leap years in every 400 years. However, according to Julian calendar, every year that is a multiple of 4 is a leap year, which means there will be how many leap years in 400 years? Do you have the answer? According to the old rule. According to the old rule.
Wait.
According to the old rule, every 4 years there will be a leap year. So every 400 years there will be 100. There will be 100 leap years, which means there will be 100 extra days. However, according to the astronomers, the new number that we have come up with is 97 days instead of 100 days. 97 days only. So we can have only 97 leap years in every 400 years. How do we fix this? The way to fix this is like this. We will take those years that is a multiple of 100. That is not a multiple of 400. We will take those years out, and those years won't be. It's not going to be a leap years anymore. All right. What are the examples of these exceptions? The exceptions for these years will be something like 100, 200, 300, but not 400. Okay, here says not a multiple of 400. All right, and we skip 400 and come to 500, 600, 700, and then 900, then 1000, 1100 for those years, even though they are multiple of 4, but they are non-leap years. Is there clear to you? If it is not clear enough to you, I will show you a diagram that I have done. Okay? In this diagram, all right, the white part is a normal year, a non-leap year. The blue parts are leap years. So here, let's see, how do I no. I need to select the things inside, and how do I do that? I will select this and this and this and this. All right. Let's delete it. And delete this. Okay, this is the old rule. This is the old rule set up by Julius Caesar, all right? Which is the Julian calendar. And if it is not a multiple of 4, then it's a normal year. If it is a multiple of 4, then it's a leap year. So the blue part is a leap year. However, now the rule has been changed to something like this. Not every multiple of 4 is a leap year. Here we have a white part that is a normal year, which consists of the multiple of 100. All right. However, not every multiple of 100 is a normal year. You can see that a multiple of 400 is also a leap year, which is blue. All right. The reason we need to change this is we want to take 3 years out. These white parts, there will be 3 years in every 400 years in these white parts. If you have taken this out, let's see. Why is that? If you take this out, the white part will be 4 years. There will be 4 years in every 400 years in the white part. But if you take the 4 out of the 100, there will be 96 instead of 97. That is too few. All right, that's one year short. So we need to bring this thing back here. All right, there will be 1 year in this little blue circle in every 400 years. So they will bring the number back to 97. I don't know if this is clear to you. If not, let's write the program with this diagram for you. And that is what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. So let's deal with this part first. If it is not a multiple of 4, then it's a normal year. So we are going to have y is equal to int inputs. Then if y is not multiple of 4, can we do this? Can we say this? Of course not. All right. This is plain English. This is not Python. How are we going to determine if y is not a multiple of 4? How do we do that? We need to take the remainder of the division by 4. All right. We divide y by 4 and take the remainder, compare it with 0. If it is not 0, not equal to 0, that means y is not a multiple of 4. When y is not a multiple of 4, you can say a normal year. All right? So this is the white part outside of the circle. The white part is outside of the circle, and those are normal years. Is everybody okay? And if it's okay, then we'll have this else. What does it mean? When is the code in this else clause be executed? This else clause is executed only when this is false, only when it is a multiple of 4, and then it's like this. So only when it's inside this big circle, inside the big circle, and then it will execute the code inside this else. If it is outside of a big circle, then it will execute this part, a normal year. So if it is inside the big circle, what kind of year is that? What kind of year? Is it a normal year, or is it a leap year when it is inside a big circle? The answer is we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Not every year inside this big circle is a leap year, because inside this big circle we can still see some white parts inside. So what we do is, if it's inside the big circle and we want to make sure it is outside of this median circle, all right, this median circle, that means it is not a multiple of 100. It's not a multiple of 100 means it is outside of this median circle, and if it's inside the big circle, then we can say it is a leap year. So this is what we do. We will further determine if y is not a multiple of 100, then we'll know for sure it is a leap year. All right? Okay? So now, what if it's inside this median circle? What if it's inside this median circle? And that is actually stated in this else clause, all right? In this else clause. When you are doing this, in what situation the code inside this else clause will be executed? Only when this is evaluated to false. Only when this is evaluated to false, the code inside this else clause will be executed. All right? So when it is inside this median circle, what kind of the year is that? Is that a leap year or is that a normal year? We don't know yet, because inside this median circle, we have some white parts and we also have some blue parts. We have to further make sure it is outside of this blue circle before we can say it is a normal year. It is in the white parts and it is a normal year. So we have to further determine if it is a multiple of 400. Only when it is not a multiple of 400, we can say it is a normal year, which is the exception that has been set up by Pope Gregory. All right, and again we'll have a else clause right here to demonstrate what we are going to do when it is inside this little circle, when it is a multiple of 400. All right, this means it's not a multiple of 400. We will say it's a normal year, which is a exception set up by Pope Gregory. But if it is a multiple of 400, then it is a leap year. All right, this is the answer. But this is only the first version that I'm going to give you. First version of the answer that I'm going to give you. All right, so this is the first version of the answer to the problem of the worry of Pope Gregory. All right, it's just actually right here. Any question? If you don't have any, then it's 3:05. Let's have a break for somewhere like 5 minutes. If you want to type the answer of this one in and see if that will work, you can go ahead and try it. All right, I will put this answer in your slide.
Teacher, I still cannot get into the net. It still has trouble, so I cannot to log in my account.
Did you refresh that page or?
Yes, I did.
And try to close the browser and restart the browser again. Did you try that?
Okay, I'll try now. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Tong Hui's answer isn't in the file of teacher's file.
It is not. Let me see. Oh. No, it is not. It should.
Yes. So will you put it in the file?
I didn't plan to, but if you need it, I will put it in the file later on.
Okay,
we need it.
You do need it?
Thank you, teacher.
All right.
I've tried to close the browser and now it's still not working. So maybe later I will do the work.
All right. I'm sorry. Just I don't know how to help you with this because I'm not with you. And is there anyone still have problem besides for 冠者? Is there anyone still have problem logging in? If not, then it might be your computer.
Okay.
And so you can try something, maybe restart the whole thing, restart the computer or something like that, and check if that will work. I'm sorry to bring you these difficulties, but
Okay, teacher, can I do the work like tomorrow or somehow?
sure.
Because okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's have a break until maybe 15, okay?